Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fisher. Welcome back to Field of Glory 2 Medieval, the brand new grand strategy game that allows you to truly play as the armchair general. So, if you guys didn't check out the first episode, I highly recommend you do, because I kind of ran through a lot more about what the game's all about, whereas this is going to be where we just kind of really jump into the campaign and play it a lot more. If you guys want to see me do another episode of this Field of Glory 2 Medieval campaign, then make sure you go ahead and drop a like down below. If we hit 300 likes on the video, I'll go ahead and do another episode. If not, no worries. I've had a ton of fun playing this, and yeah, I can just move on. But yeah, again, that's the best way to let me know that you guys want to see more of this content, is by dropping that like. And yeah, as I said, if we hit 300 likes, I'll be more than happy to do another campaign mission after the one we're about to do. So we're currently doing the English campaign. We are playing as, I believe, Henry II, and we previously, at the age of 16, fought our first battle. We made an alliance with the Scots, and we were pushing down south to try and take the city of York. However, unfortunately, our alliance after that battle has fallen through. We then moved back to Normandy in 1150, and we were made Duke of Normandy by our father, the Duke of Anjou. Unfortunately, though, our father has died, and we have now risen to power. We have also married the heiress Eleanor to kind of secure our hold. However, the King of France has now declared war on us, and he has invaded into Aquitaine with his superior force. And this is the second mission. You can see up here, this is the second mission out of 10 of this mini campaign, and we have an option to make against the French. Do we go ahead and offer the French battle, or do we fight a retreating battle? These are kind of the two options we have at the moment, and obviously throughout the campaign we'll have several options. So one is we'll leave a rear guard and basically hold off the enemy for a set amount of turns, basically stopping them from getting to our baggage trains until we hit a turn timer, or we just offer them open battle where we're going to be a bit outnumbered. And I don't know, I kind of feel like I want to offer the French king open battle and show him that the lands of Normandy are not his to take, they are English by right. Said like a true Englishman. I don't think this goes, yeah, and our old army has been disbanded as well, so we won't be having the same units we had in the first battle. However, units do go ahead and continue over from stage to stage, which is pretty cool. And they actually do also level up as well. So you can actually, by the end of a campaign, if your army doesn't disband, will have a pretty hefty force to go ahead and conquer. And I imagine this is really the stepping stones for us. So yeah, I'm going to offer the French king open battle. We're going to be at a disadvantage, but I think we can win. We won the first battle very decisively. Do keep in mind as well, though, that the campaign is going to be getting gradually harder as well. We went ahead and stuck the campaign on progressive difficulty, meaning basically every battle we play is going to get slightly harder and harder, kind of making eventually into a very difficult engagement. So let's see what we've got. So obviously this is just the Anglo-Normans up against the French, which is absolutely fine. We have to rout 40% of the enemy force whilst having 25% of our force not being lost, or just rout 60% total. Absolutely fine with me. We can do that. We are offering them open battle. Otherwise, we could have obviously offered them not to fight that. And we get to pick our army. Obviously, we only get 1,274 points, so not a ton to be had. And how's the battlefield looking? So it's basically a very open battlefield scattered across here. We've got forest off to our right. They'll be attacking us, I could assume. I mean, I imagine, can we go over here? We can't cross the river. I mean, it might not be a bad idea to try and cross the river and just get our asses over up on this hill, but I'm not sure where the river crossings are on this. I assume it'd probably be... No, yeah, I don't actually know exactly where the river crossings are. And how you get across if you need a bridge. You probably need a bridge, right? So at that side of the battlefield, it's probably completely a no-go. So the question is, where do we hold? I guess in this section, using the forest to our right to block off the enemy cavalry. Yeah, let's do something along them lines. Okay, cool. So what do we have on the front line? We have raw spearmen, we have defensive spearmen, raw spearmen. Okay, and then we just have sergeants, right? Cavalry, knight sergeants, and then some light archers as well. Okay, so obviously first things first, I think we definitely need these Welsh Spearmen. They're a very strong defensive line, and they'll act as a real kind of, buffer to the enemy. We definitely also need some of these dismounted knights and sergeants. They're very expensive, but they're going to kind of make for our aggressive units whilst everyone holds the line. We also definitely need more knights. The knights are going to be invaluable, so we're going to spend probably a lot of our money on them, bringing up to ourselves to a decent line of knights. Crossbows, definitely some more longbowmen, also just normal archers as well. And I love the light archers. The light archers allow you to move through friendly units, whereas the other ones don't. So you can actually retreat back and get your way through battle lines, which is super useful. So I'm actually going to spam all these light archers. Again, we are a bit of, maybe not all of them, and then maybe I have 51 points left. What else can we buy? I kind of feel like we are definitely lacking. We can also get a standard wagon as well, which would not be a bad thing, honestly. Really, I assume this does boost morale around, but maybe we don't need to worry about it. It is 79 points as well, so I imagine it is good. So let's go and do that. We have 91 points if we do that. I'm just trying to kind of optimally use my money as best as I can. We're 1 point short of a thing. Okay, let's get another unit of armored spearmen, and I think that's going to be fine. We're going to be a little bit short, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and just let's auto deploy our men, and I'll set it up momentarily. So let's get rid of this, I think, and then we can organize our soldiers a bit more. So I'm also pretty tempted to try and fight the French like in the forest and just have them come across this rough terrain. Could also be a pretty good idea, rather than just taking this open field battle. Obviously, we can utilize this rough ground. If they move any cavalry around this rough ground, they're pretty screwed. And then we can basically stick all of our horse like right here and really push out and do some damage. So here is King Henry right here, or Duke Henry at the moment. We've got all our cavalry right there. We have our front line. So I think I definitely want my light spearmen or my raw spearmen, like the inexperienced soldiers. I definitely want them. Where are they? Where are my light spears? Right here, the raw spears here. I definitely want them right there, just so that they can defend this rough ground much more effectively, and we can move on that way. We have some Welsh spearmen here that can move in. We got some dismounted, we just got normal knights there. Then we got dismounted knights and sergeants in the center. We've got a general unit right here holding that center, which is pretty important. More dismounted knights. We've got some archers, which can just go there. And then we got these crossbowmen who can just move there. I just want to basically just have all my infantry here. And yeah, then the Welsh spearmen, I think, can just move in here. I don't know, but I don't know if this is going to be a good strategy. When we have all of our light archers who, as I said, believe can just move through the battle line, which is super nice. And yeah, then I'll have some crossbowmen out on this side. They can move up into these woods, and I'll basically mount all these woods with all my archers. And we have one unit of Welsh spearmen who can kind of be in reserve, but I guess also be on this flank. Henry can kind of just sit around here. We have a general there guarding this flank. Okay, I think this is going to be our plan of action. We have a pretty hefty cavalry force out here. I don't think we have any more generals as well we can pop off either. Do we have another general? Oh, nice. I didn't actually realize you could dismount this cavalry as well. I wonder when you would want to actually dismount the cavalry. That's interesting. Okay, well, I think this is it. We got the wood to our right. We've got rough ground protecting that left flank, which we're probably going to hold pretty vigorously, just to obviously prevent the cavalry from coming in. And yeah, let's just end the turn. See, the enemy obviously will be coming towards us. We've got some archers moving up, that entire army. They got a lot of cavalry on that right-hand side, which kind of makes me think I want to maybe push more spearmen out there. Because again, the cavalry in the woods will be nowhere near as good. So yeah, these guys can actually go through our inline, which is perfect. They should be able to put a lot of missile fire down. Then we've got light archers in the woods. Definitely want to get these archers up as quickly as possible. And obviously these archers in the woods as well, the crossbowmen. I mean, yeah, just have that cavalry. Let's get these Welsh spearmen. Let's go ahead and rotate them. Rotating units does take a long time. So I'm basically also, guys, if you haven't seen the first episode, I'm not going to be talking that much about how the game works. Because I talked about a lot of it about it in the first episode. So I'll be just playing the game a little bit more. And then just talking about how everything works. Yeah, so this should be good. We got armored, like the armored spearmen and the dismounted knights should be a real strength. And what do they have on their front line? So we have crossbowmen, raw spearmen scattered throughout there. Brigands, which is obviously good, like defensive swords. Yeah, I mean, their front line is trash. It's going to be these knights that are going to be scary. Okay, well, let's let them close the distance. Them crossbowmen on that left flank are going to be a little bit scary. We're going to take an initial volley there, just a little bit of damage. It's fine. We'll be able to put some fire in on them. The French have a lot of cavalry. But yeah, I think we're going to have to try and break the enemy. Again, we don't have to really deal with all of this cavalry, which is the nice thing. Yeah, let's get these spearmen a bit more over here. We don't have to deal with all of them. And we've got crossbowmen, raw spearmen. Yeah, we don't have to deal with a lot of their cavalry. Mainly because we only have to kill, 40% of the enemy force, or rout 40% of the enemy force. We'll get some more fire off there as well. Just try and, disruptive that archery. That means it's not going to be any good, which is great. Yeah, we only have to rout, a small part of the enemy force. Or, under half to actually end up winning the battle, which is pretty nice. So we don't actually have to kill a lot of this cavalry. You can see it's already coming across that rough ground as well. And one of the nice things as well is I'm not sure how well the Raw Spearmen actually do on rough ground. Probably not very well, because they're not obviously classed as heavy infantry, are they? Defensive Spearmen, they are heavy foot. Oh, they're going to do so bad on this side. But I guess at least then they can maybe try and hold that line. So the question is, we could charge into these archers, would not be a good idea, because then we just get counter-charged. But also, that would actually be maybe worsening the world, because we'd probably draw some charges in here and really disrupt the enemy line. But let's just go ahead and continue our work on these archers. I wouldn't mind just full-on killing them. Basically, yeah, making them useless at this point. We can't obviously shoot anything else right now anyway. Still got 3 turns of ammunition left, so no need to worry there. Disrupted them. The enemy line's going to be coming in momentarily. These spearmen are going to make their way. Again, don't really want to put them into the forest. But these guys are already medium foot, though, so they should do okay. And if we get charged in the forest, I can't imagine this cavalry does dramatically, like, super amazing. And we can probably frontally charge on the open ground against raw spearmen. I think we'll do okay there. So, yeah, these guys will make their way into the forest. I'm going to push these crossbowmen over as well. Because, again, the enemy cavalry will be coming across this rough ground and marshland. So we're going to hopefully funnel them in here. And if we can, I want to rotate them as well. Perfect, because that does obviously take some time. Did not mean to do that. Can we undo that move? Yeah, we can, thank God. And we'll just leave the archers in the forest. Okay, yeah, our front line is going to be super scary. Their archers are retreating. We can now start opening up with our light archers. Now, I believe they are going to be able to charge us next turn, or charge our archers, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, but maybe something we're going to have to deal with. Yeah, but javelin again. Javelin are going to take a big volley from our lines, and we also obviously have these spearmen making their way in as well, which is not the worst thing in the world. Yeah, let them guys come in. They're obviously moving across that rough terrain, so we can now fire in. It might be a good idea just to fall back a line. Or do I just sit here and just like pummel the enemy battle line? I think I just sit here and like just try and pummel a few soldiers who are gonna come up against more of my elite units. Oh, there's a sub-general here. Definitely take him out if we can. The more we wound this unit, the much better we'll do. Because obviously sub-generals are generally a lot stronger. So if we can just whittle down his unit already, that's gonna be huge. We are gonna, I believe, take a charge because I believe it's 1, 2, 3. I think that's enough. I think it's just one. So 1, 2, and then we're here, yeah. So they're going to be able to charge my archers, who should hopefully retreat back. We shouldn't have to worry too much. These crossbows are going to probably get into range as well, but then we can counter-charge them. Not to be effective against them, obviously, on rough ground, but it should hopefully be okay. And then we will obviously counter-charge anything that charges us here, because, again, their front line is pretty whack. I want to try and, utilize that to my advantage. Their archers have rallied. Oh, they couldn't even charge me. That's perfect. We will hopefully, we won't be able to get the charge off either though, but at least holding them here is great. Crossbows are going to fire in, yeah, hit the raw spearmen, which are pretty scary stuff. Not really something that we're going to be able to utilize. All that cavalry starts to move in. I'm hoping our archers can start picking away at that cavalry. Yeah, and we really need to start making our move now, I think. If we can charge them this turn, we definitely do. So cavalry definitely can. How does the cavalry perform in this charge? That impact will smash them. Okay, good to know. And our archers can start taking down these units as well. Okay, cool. So our men have been revealed now, which is fine. Yeah, as I said, really want to try and just work down these generals. 6 damage or 12 damage on these guys. Very nice. And obviously we have our spearmen as well just to back up. I wonder if we put our spearmen here so they can then come into the flank. Because these spearmen should still be hidden. And obviously we have all this cavalry. But again, I don't really want to hit into them. So I guess what we'll do is I will retreat back my archers now. They did a pretty good job harassing the enemy. Let's just get them back here. Next turn they can rotate around. The enemy shouldn't be able to charge me this turn either, which is good. I'm pretty tempted to put maybe a unit just like up a little bit here, because they're going to try and really smash into this flank, it would seem. So what I might do is I might push up. No, because I don't want to go into charge range. I want them to come forward for another turn, right? Yeah, that's exactly what we want to do. So playing super passive, we could just try and start weakening these guys with like a unit of cavalry. This is a sub-general though, which is a little bit scary, as they do obviously dramatically outflank me here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start rotating around a little bit. I think we need way more support on this flank, so we're going to go boom, face this way. Obviously, they can't turn, so they can't turn this way and charge. Turning is very important in this game. You have to very much predict what you're going to be doing a couple turns in advance. So yeah, we're going to start rotating our formation. They have, what, 5 units here? We have 5 with our sub-general. Obviously, they also have peasant and the cavalry is going to be scary. So I'm actually just shifting another unit of cavalry over on this side just to go ahead and support Henry in the center. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. General's not moving. I don't think we need to move anything else. Archers have all shot right. Yeah, all the archers have shot. These guys obviously fell back. Let's have a turn. So yeah, they're going to move in and we can countercharge them this turn, which is going to be great. I don't think this is actually really bad for our cavalry. I think my cavalry probably should have charged. Oh, them raw spearmen are getting pounded. That's not good. But that's exactly what they're there for, is to receive this this hammering. And then, yeah, we have to make our move. So I'm not sure how the charging works if 2 units are next to each other. I think the charging is pretty much very disrupted if you're next to a unit. And nice. My Welsh Spearmen should be able to turn and charge that unit. Maybe not, though. Yeah, so how does our charge get affected here? Oh, no, we still get the impact. Okay, that's good. So we'll smash into these raw spearmen. They're useless, obviously. If I can, I would love to get my archers to start shooting. Yes, let's turn around. Just start weakening down this general. The sub-general is already down to 235 men. So I'm definitely very happy with that. Let's turn around. He can't shoot, unfortunately. Can you shoot as well? No, you can't shoot either. That's fine. I wonder why this guy could have shot, but the other light archers couldn't. Interesting. You guys can't charge as well. So you can see, like, this unit can't charge because they have to spend all their movement on rotating to face these javelins. It's fine, though. We could also charge with our crossbowmen if we wanted to. I'm going to let these Welsh Spearmen deal with the javelins. And I'm going to obviously rotate and fire at these horses. Is this the general? It's Knight Sergeant, Knight Sergeant. Where did my general go? Over here? Okay. We've already reduced him by a little bit. So this turn, fire out the woods at the enemy. I also have no idea if this is a super foolish move, by the way, because obviously I have not fought. No, this is the. No, it's not. It's got kind of a different flag though. I have no idea if this is going to work though, so we'll have to see. So yeah, charges. What do we want to do? Probably charging into these guys is super important. Obviously, just dealing with this flank as quickly as possible, whilst we play very defensive on this flank is also pretty important. Obviously as well, if we engage the enemy line as well, we won't be getting shot either. I'm just pretty scared of this cavalry, to be honest. So I'm going to bring Henry over. Obviously don't want Henry to die, and this cavalry is going to just basically shift over to help me out a little bit. My general there is going to hold. I mean, yeah, let's start doing some charges. So we'll start off with this cavalry. Nice little impactful charge. So again, if you don't know how combat works, you can see right here you have the impact with a 55% chance of winning it. If the damage on their side is red, it means we've won the combat. They have to take a morale check if they get hit by that. If we draw, it's just going to be yellow on either side, and obviously if we lose, it's going to be red on our side and yellow on their side. So that's basically how the combat's done. Obviously the damage we do takes away their soldiers, reduces their morale. When morale goes down, you dramatically lose your ability to fight, and you obviously end up routing. Cavalry also have a chance of pulling back from combat as well, so that charge I could have just hit them and then retreated back, which obviously would be good, but that doesn't always happen, so I don't know what the chances of it happening. But yeah, you smash into them, do damage them, and you pull back. So obviously next time we fight here, we're gonna obviously lose this because it's a melee. We only really win this impact, but we dramatically draw / lose the melee. And I love this randomness factor in the Field of Glory games. It makes battles feel dynamic and like anything can happen. If you get really lucky, you know, you could hold on. I could win this combat when we go into the melee and hit that 4%, you know, it could just happen. You know, anything can happen in battles, and I love like the kind of tabletop randomness that can happen in these engagements, you know. Just charging here, hopefully we get now. So unfortunately that was a draw, but you see my cavalry does end up falling back, which is nice. Also meaning that these guys can now shoot over, which is good. So we'll actually rotate there and hit them. They obviously couldn't shoot beforehand because of the cavalry unit, I believe, which was there. So let's also, yeah, what do we do with these archers? We can charge in there, so we can definitely put the pressure on this unit. I mean, I really need to hit these guys. The nice thing is, if I charge here, which I'm not going to do, are these raw spearmen? Are these a Welsh spearmen? Am I going to lose that? Really? God damn. Okay, well this unit of armored spears can definitely take on, oh, it's a general, that's why. Okay. So I think we're going to just try and break our way through here. We have 24% of chance of winning this combat. Let's go in here against the actual defensive spearmen. Yeah, and we won it. Nice. They hold firm though. We pushed them back though and engage them. I think we have to now move in and engage this unit, because then they're obviously going to come flying into my flank. So I think I have to engage this unit with a losing combat. Yeah, I think we have to do this. We're going to lose this fight, but I need these Welsh Spearmen to hold the line. Otherwise, my dismounted knights are going to get smashed, and that's going to be so bad. So let's just charge in here. Obviously, this is really bad. Oh, but we drew. That's so good. We had a 30% chance of drawing that. And we basically just need this combat to last forever. You know, just never end. Because as long as this lasts, our unit won't move in. And again, you're already seeing how exciting this game can get with, like, the randomness that can happen, you know? Like, it feels like a historical battle. In 1066, you know, when the English broke their shield wall and charged down at the Normans, if they would have held that line, that wouldn't have happened, and they would have won the battle, most likely. You know? Like, stuff like that just is really, really fun and exciting. So now let's start smashing into these guys. Not going to be winning against these raw spearmen, though. I have raw spearmen and normal spearmen here. It's only really this unit of armored spears that are going to be winning this. I was expecting a little bit more from our line. We could also charge into their general, or we could just try and charge into this unit, which I'm definitely going to do. I just want to try and break units here, you know, rout the army. They held firm, though, unfortunately. And then we're going to probably bring this cavalry up as well, along with this cavalry. I don't really want to put them in the woods, but maybe having a unit in the woods would be a good idea. Can I just do this and then rotate? Yeah, let's do something like that and then bring this unit here. So then if this cavalry unit comes smashing to my side here, I can then smash them. I'm already preemptively turning right there. And then these guys, do I want to move either side? I don't think so. Maybe we just go over to the left a little bit and then rotate later on. So, okay, so on this side, what do we want to do? I guess we do want to definitely engage these guys. They've got raw spearmen scattered around. So I think we definitely want to engage these. Oh, we won that combat as well. We got lucky there. 20% chance is still pretty good, but I'm expecting just to draw the majority of these. Okay, so let's move up here. Probably dismount. Oh, we can actually charge these guys. Good, let's go on their flank, yeah. Or not flank, because this is like a 45-degree angle, so it's not actually in their flank. Oh, and it freed up this unit as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is probably going to bring these guys. These guys need to go here next turn. So we're going to probably push these guys here, rotate a little bit, and then these guys are going to hold firm here again as well. Maybe I can push these guys up and then rotate them a little bit. Yeah, nice. And we can't rotate them if we go here. That's fine, though. We should be able to then rotate. Leaves Henry the chance to come in here and just help out. Great. We should hopefully break through here fairly quickly. These peasants are obviously utter trash. We could also charge in here. Not going to be a good idea. Let's bring these guys up a little bit. Maybe we can then charge. I mean, they're disrupted and they're on rough ground and stuff. But hopefully we can just like put a lot of pressure on the enemy lines and really open up the battlefield for our missiles. If all our missiles shot, they have, right? Yeah, I think it's B to check that, and then tab to check units that haven't moved. So this is our last real decision right here on what we do here. I mean, obviously we want to fight the enemy, but and this is the flank we really want to fight them as well, I guess. And we're going to hit them with multiple units. So let's engage them with this unit first, I think. Okay, just a normal combat. We actually lost that combat. And then we engage them here with our raw spearmen. Or do we go in over here? We can also engage this one. This one would be a much better one. Yeah, let's do this. Let's engage these when we have a 20% chance of winning it. And we did. Nice. I was lucky they fell back as well, which is going to open us up here. They did actually manage to regain their cohesion. You can tell the cohesion as well. So if it's normal banner like this, they're fine. Their morale's super high. This is meaning they're disrupted, which is kind of like the level down. And then red means they're very close to breaking. And then routing, you'll see what routing's like. So you basically want to get them to yellow and red as quickly as possible because they fight so worse if you do. Okay, well, I might just leave it at that then. We've got a good engagement here. And let's end the turn. As well as that, you have to always do your engagements. So every unit has to fight no matter what. So in the enemy turn, even if they don't initiate a combat, it will happen regardless if we're already in combat. So there's no way for me to like to avoid fighting combats. They'll always play out no matter what. Peasants are moving up as well. They managed to disrupt me there. Cavalry getting closer and closer. Just kind of forming up, preparing to receive the charges, which makes sense. This right flank is super scary. But then Welsh Spearmen are going to be able to come into the flank pretty effectively. They're going to charge in here, so maybe I should have charged them to avoid this. But now my cavalry can go right through that alleyway, which will be kind of nice. So yeah, you'll see all the melees are happening now. Oh, they disrupted me there? Oh my god, come on. Broken them there, though. Lots of fullbacks. We're winning pretty decently across the board, though, where we need to. They fragmented. That's huge. When they're on red morale, they're basically fighting uses. We won back. Oh my god, if we win the cavalry melee, I'm super happy with that. Probably the fact that they were yellow. So like stuff like this, for example. Oh, they're actually winning that combat. So we find a combat I'm going to lose. We'll probably this combat. Yeah, so you can see this combat. I might think, oh, this isn't good. If we lose this combat, like, it could be really bad. Like, and I could try and avoid fighting this combat. However, whenever I hit end turn, it's going to happen regardless, if that makes sense. So there's no way for me to avoid it. However, what I can do is I can try and affect what order I do it in. So I could maybe try and mass route around here. And then when a unit routes, every unit around it also has to take a morale test. So I could maybe try and disrupt this unit by charging it with other ones. And, you know, breaking units around it and killing generals. And basically affecting this unit of raw spearmen by affecting the other factors in the battlefield, which would then make this combat much easier later on. Maybe I get a rear charge into them or something along them lines. So, you know, there's a lot of strategy involved in just that. So these spearmen are definitely going to go in here. We're actually going to lose this. I wonder because we're coming out the forest. I wonder. If we charge here, yeah, again, these javelins are actually pretty tasty at holding the line. And I'm just going to sit here and just pummel this sergeant unit again. I don't really care too much about my archers. So let's just turn and shoot these guys again. We've depleted them pretty heavily as well, which is nice. We can't charge them. So I guess we'll just turn and fire at these guys. And then just charge the spearmen in. This is something I'm always going to do. We're going to lose this charge. They evaded us, okay. But at least we got them turned around, which is nice. And these spearmen move up a tier. Yeah, these cavalry fights looking a bit scary. We can smash into this one, though, and do decent damage on the charge. And again, I believe as well, units you're fighting, I have to do both these combats as well. So, again, with these raw spearmen, doing something like this, getting stuck in there and hitting them is actually a pretty good idea, because now this combat's maybe a little bit easier. It's not, but maybe it is. Also, doing a combat like this is also very good. However, you have to be very careful, because units do pursue, especially cavalry. So if I break this unit's going to run away this way, and then this cavalry's probably going to follow them and maybe smash into another unit, or just be in a really bad situation after the fact. So I wonder if I can move this unit in. If this unit can get around, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's a good charge on them. We have no archers left remaining, which is fine. Spearmen going to come in. Yeah, we're going to have to really hit that side. Let's do this left flank, though, first, I think. These guys literally are fragmented, so I don't think they can charge. But they're absorbing missile fire, which is obviously what we want to have happen. Okay, cool. So, yeah, these guys will definitely do this combat, because we could definitely break the enemy here. We did win it, and it breaks. When everything else has to take a morale test, we managed to disrupt this cavalry here, which is pretty good by me. That's going to help us out. We can then charge in double units into this one. Or we could charge into the cavalry. We're going to win the impact, but win everything else. Is there any other combats which we really should do first? Just trying to looking around the battlefield. Unfortunately, this one didn't break, which would have been nice. These guys can smash into them, though, to help out. Or we can smash into that. I think I'm going to go into this one here. Just charge there. Really trying to hold this left flank down. I was really expecting to lose this left flank. I mean, Henry can go into here if he wants to. But again, I don't really want to commit my general, my commander and chief into a battle like this. But again, these guys, my sub-commander definitely can go in. And then next turn, these guys can then move around the flank as well. It's a shame that these guys can't do that because they're fragmented. We're going to definitely lose that combat. So, yeah, these guys can charge in here, maybe win this 14% chance. It's unlikely. Oh, we lost that. Oh, that's so bad. Really bad. Oh, but now it's made that these raw spearmen might actually win this combat. It's giving them that little edge. Okay. No, just drawed it. That's what we expected. But again, we're reducing by numbers, and the numbers are dropping. Numbers do make a big difference as well. Okay, that's that. I guess we'll do this one as well, just so we can see where our soldiers can go. Fragmented them. They fell back. We pursued them, which is fine. Which means this charge is probably a good idea. We're going to lose it, though. We can't really withstand that charge, unfortunately. And these charges aren't good either. Oh, we've got a sub-general there as well. But we are bringing up another cavalry unit. So you're going to move that, make some room for this unit. And then you go. We're just going to start pummeling that sub-general again. Really try and whittle down his numbers. Can we shoot him from here? No, we can't. We could move through our unit. I'm going to undo that move. Can I bring him around here? Then can they shoot maybe? No, he still can't shoot. Okay, that's fine. Can we undo that? Yeah, we're just going to bring him around here. There's a lot of open space here now we can definitely utilize. Oh, and we can actually, yeah, rotate and shoot this guy again. Nice use of the archers. And yeah, taking that general down just bit by bit is going to be pretty helpful. Okay, spearmen going to charge into there for sure. We've already done that cavalry charge. Now let's do this combat. So I probably want to initiate combat with this guy. Are these both? Oh, these are both my sub-generals. God damn. That's not good. I'm putting them in a very tricky situation. Yeah, we break him. And as you can see, our cavalry do move up, charge into enemy lines. So we're charging to both of them. Hitting these raw spearmen are actually great. But charging into their general is not great. But now they're engaged. We might do a little bit... Oh, nice. I did not see this charge here. Perfect. And that's all because we moved our cavalry up here and rotated it. It's actually really effective. Okay, well, we're definitely going to go through here. Again, killing their generals is good, but I think I just want to try and just cause as much disruption as possible. So we'll hit into their crossbows. And then you can come in here. Oh, we're not going to win that combat, though. We're really not going to win that combat. And then we have cavalry here. Some archers who can move up. If we just move like here, we still can't hit that unit. So we really need to deal with this flank like ASAP. These spearmen are just going to hold the line. Archers are going to come around. We really have to deal with this here. We're going to charge our spearmen in here. Let's try and whittle down their numbers before this combat happens. We have to do both these combats as well, which is pretty goddamn bad. We still got these guys. So here we got left to move. Our general here. Don't really want to charge him in. Could charge him into this, which would be good. But then leave us pretty vulnerable. Okay, we'll do this, though. And we fell back anyway. And then these guys can just rotate to face them. And then Henry's there. Nice little charge there. Whittling down their soldiers here. So these combats will be a little bit more effective. Also, as well, the combats do also affect the enemy turn as well. So we fight on my turn and on their turn regardless. So just doing damage to the enemy unit will maybe give us a better chance on the enemy turn as well. I mean, as for the charges here, I'm a little bit... yeah, curious about. I guess we will rotate and just like prepare ourselves. It's probably because if we were to charge, we weren't facing them. It's a little bit effective. Maybe we can get another turn of archer fire. I'm a little bit scared of him maybe going into the back of Henry. But we should be okay elsewhere. Okay, so what's happening? So these guys can't move. That's fine. You guys basically there just to take the crossbow fire until we break through. This cavalry, we probably need to do something with this cavalry. But I don't know what, honestly. I really don't know what. There's no space for us to move through. I'm going to rotate it like this and just leave it here and hope that we can maybe make a break here and then this cavalry can come flying through the gap. These guys will move into that next turn. Let's do these combats now as well. Okay. And then this combat. Oh, god damn. Please draw it. Please draw it. Yeah, we drew it. Thank god for that. Yeah, this flank is scary. But with the consistent cavalry charging, we'll be good. So you can't do anything and then everyone's shot. Cool. That was a pretty long turn, but there's a lot to take into account when stuff does get this hectic. So we've routed 7% of the enemy force, which is nice. We've obviously broken them raw spearmen, but I'm fine with that. We'll be able to smash into them next turn. And yeah, also disrupting that unit of knights from that charge was pretty good. Nice, we managed to hold the line there as well. Means next turn we can come flying into the back of these guys as well. And all this cavalry just has nowhere to go. Obviously they're charging into certain engagements. That's fine though, because we're going to break this unit right there, which is red morale. And there's just like, they can't go through the forest really at all. So they're avoiding the forest. So we've really bottlenecked their cavalry. That's not good, though. Okay, combats. As long as we see yellow numbers on our side, I'm happy. Red on theirs is obviously way better like that. Boom, and disrupted them. So that's going to make our combats really nice when it comes to our turn. And we can really make some plays. Obviously, you want to try and break the enemy on your turn if you can. So that you can kind of combine it with a lot of your other stuff. Okay, this unit rallied as well. I think it's because it had generals by, so it's going to be a lot more effective on the charge. Okay, we can definitely utilize that. So what do we want to do? Archer's obviously going to fire, continue to work down these general units. This combat's going to be good, but look at all this cavalry. Oh my god. Luckily, this is not a general unit. Rest of the cavalry, those are looking a little bit shaky, but this unit can come in and try and support it, I guess. The Welsh Spearmen. Ideally, what I want to have happen is I want to hit these javelins and then move on in. Obviously, we want to keep on working down these this cavalry as well, as best as we can. This unit is actually really depleted, so this unit will probably have to take a morale check soon if we get a high number on damage. 9 is good. We have a difference between 2 and 10 casualties on them. And yeah, you can see this unit is like down to 74 knights now, so this charge will probably be much more effective on them. I'm probably going to make that charge at some point. Unit of archers over here can't really shoot anything. Unfortunately, but maybe we can make a little gap here with a charge here. Unfortunately not. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, maybe, because we can't shoot over our units, unfortunately. Maybe try and make a big ground there. This cavalry has to go there. Okay, cool. Let's deal with this left flank first, I think. These armored spearmen are actually getting pounded by the raw spearmen. I don't really understand how. But they are not faring well in this engagement. So let's do this fight first, because I want to see if this unit's going to be freed up. They held firm! Oh my god, that was pretty crazy there. Archers definitely going to come in and continue to hit this general unit. Because if you kill the enemy general units, I think the entire army has to take a morale test, which is obviously huge, especially in the heat of battle as well. And we're actually really making this combat starting not to be as bad as maybe it once was. So I don't really want to charge Henry in, so I'm probably going to charge this Knight and Sergeant unit in. Try and maybe cause a disruption. Held firm. It's unfortunate. Our cavalry did get stuck there as well. But we can continue to push up, or I can start turning, you know. I can start thinking about this engagement and trying to deal with it, because this side looks pretty good, honestly. Held firm again. Come on, the French are refusing. We could also just try and push through here and just try and start dealing with these crossbows. Let's do this combat first. Yeah, this combat's going to be bad for us. But do we go into the French Knights? Obviously, chances are we'll lose it. Or do we go into... Because sometimes it's better to start losing combat if you can kind of progress on it. And then these guys... Yeah, we'll definitely win this combat. Let's do this one first, because we might be able to break it and then save this unit a little bit of time. Held firm again. The French are refusing to break. Yeah, and all these cavalry engagements are just not going to be good for us at all. We have to do that one. We'll leave that one for a little bit. These ones aren't looking too bad now, so I'm probably going to charge into these guys. We have a small chance. We have an even chance of winning and losing. Obviously, mainly going to be drawing it. But mainly just kind of engaging the enemy line is not a bad idea. Do I think this is enough to win this? I don't think so. So we're going to push up here and basically just be here. I think I'm going to turn Henry around, though, so that he can help out here. Archers are going to continue to hit. They're probably going to hit into my Welsh Spearmen. That's fine. If they don't, the archers can keep on hitting them. Cavalry probably has to go in there. Yeah. And we have these guys as well. What do we want to do here? We have to make a decision here. Yeah, I mean, wherever I go, it's not looking great. But obviously, if we can stay engaged with the enemy, that's great. Well, we'll win these combats all the time over. It's just that initial impact can be super bad. I'm going to go in here, because if they fall back, that's bad. We held firm, though. They fell back, and at least they're going to be not able to charge anything next turn. These guys, if they charge my archers, these guys can then move in on them. Definitely do this fight first as well. We don't really want anything to happen here, because if we break these guys, we're going to go into like 7 French Knight units, which would not be good. I think we have to just start doing damage here. Yeah, these draws are great for us, and we actually end up winning this combat because they're busy as well. Oh no, our general died! He died. Oh, that's so unlucky. The general died. Oh, never lucky. That's super bad. Everyone just took a morale test there as well. Didn't win that. God, the French are just RNGing. This is going to be such a bad engagement. This is another sub-general as well. If he ends up breaking... Oh, it's over. It really is. We need a flank to win. So this is going to be so bad for us. They held firm, though. And then this cavalry's going to come in. Okay, cool. Is that everyone we've moved? These archers haven't moved yet. It's not really good for them to move, though. We'll just rotate them this way, I guess. We could obviously move them around the flank a little bit. There's just too much in their way. I'm hoping that this unit will break, and then we can really push through. Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. This is our last charge as well. We try and, like, just disrupt this cavalry some more, push it back. So, I mean, it's going to charge into me regardless, right? I guess we'll go into these archers. Or these crossbowmen. Just try and tie them up. They help, they're going to retreat. Then we're going to stay there. Yeah, obviously it leaves us vulnerable for a charge here. We kind of slightly turn to them. But I think it's worth it. I'd rather this unit of crossbows not shoot. We drew that, which is good. A few more routing men. We drew that as well. We drew the important combats. They even got some men coming back from routing as well, which is not great. Oh, yes, we needed that. We need some help here for sure. Because obviously we're still winning this battle, but only just. And they obviously have a superior force. My sub-general was getting smashed now. We need to break this center like yesterday, really. And that cavalry was what I was scared of. They fell back, which is fine. I think we can definitely rout some units this turn. No, a unit of raw spearmen holding firm is great, but my cavalry is just getting melted. We honestly just need, like, a big break on one of these flanks, or the center of the flanks to break. We're close to doing it as well. This cavalry just needs to hold firm. And yeah, losing that general when he had 100 men left. Oh, this is brutal. Super unlucky. Oh, we need some of these units just not to hold firm anymore. Fragmented, that's good. That'll give us a good advantage over here. We should break them. Yeah, we break them, which is good. We fragment them. Perfect. Obviously, when the unit routes, they have to also take a morale test. Rallied there, so they're no longer fragmented, which is huge. Okay, this is a big turn. We need to, like, cause a lot of routing this turn. If we can help it. So, this combat's probably pretty important. Because it'll free up our cavalry. And they've got, like, no men left. They've got under half. So, they should be taking morale tests pretty quickly. 73% chance of winning it. They're disrupted. I should make this cavalry charge. Yeah, way more in my favor. Unfortunately, we hit the 20% and didn't win. It's just how it be sometimes. This is probably also... No, this isn't even... Oh, they're on rough ground, though, probably. Which is why, yeah, they're on rough ground. And we're fighting into them. Okay, that's not great. The sub-general is still just holding here, though. So we can just continue to pepper him with missile fire. And he will continue to lose manpower, which is, I guess, good. Obviously, charging into him. Charging into him wouldn't be a bad idea. Or we could also just move through and just try and break this unit. However, we'll probably just do it fine here. Yeah, they auto-break as well. Frees up a unit there. Okay. So, obviously, here is also going to be pretty important. So, I guess we'll fight with this unit, so we might actually push through. They auto-break there as well. Oh, disrupted this, which is huge, because now this cavalry can come in. Oh, we only drew. Come on. Sometimes you gotta get lucky. Well, we did get pretty lucky in the beginning, so I'm not gonna really do much. I'm super scared about this cavalry fight. Like, I just don't know what to bloody do here. Cavalry still isn't charging me in the front, which is obviously a good idea. But we are starting to, like, whittle down their cavalry just with sheer weight of missile fire, which is nice. And then these guys can't charge that, but you can charge this one. I don't really say screw it. So I just want to try and pin them down. We're disrupted. The enemy, we keep the enemy cavalry in place, which is huge. And I think we also maybe do, probably just shoot them. Crossbowmen obviously aren't ideal against them, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of cavalry next turn. We're going to lose a lot of cavalry. Yeah, this combat's not going to go great for me. Still have this unit as well. I guess we do want to... We are whittling this guy down. So let's continue to charge. Henry can go in. And he just fall back, which is perfect for us. Just trying to whittle down his numbers so that he does start taking morale tests. This is obviously a no-brainer, I think. I think we have to go in here. We're going to lose, though. That's a problem. We really needed this unit to break. We really needed this unit to break. And unfortunately, it didn't. My left flank is just looking really, really devastated. And these guys here, gonna probably draw this one out. Yeah, this is bad. Please draw it, please. Okay, good. The draws are pretty common, obviously. But yeah, drawing that was huge. And I just want to do these archers. I could bring them over, maybe. Trying to help out here a little bit, maybe. Obviously, next time we're going to break more of these spearmen. Yeah, it's just these cavalry fights. Again, we're just looking for draw. Obviously, wins are nice, but draws, we want the line to hold. Especially on these more, like, fragmented units here. So we'll do this one first, because we actually have a chance of winning this one. And then obviously we'll do this one last. And 10% chance of winning. I mean, this unit is just gone, though. Do I have anything I can use to plug this gap? Not really. Yeah, they just auto-break. The enemy pushes forward. They charge and hit me into there. Which is fine, I guess. Yeah. Okay. That's what we were... Obviously, that was always going to happen regardless. So I might as well just get it over and done with so I know what the kind of consequences are. Here is so bad as well. So I guess we'll do this first. Please draw it. We drew that, thank God. That was 50-50. And then we'll do this one. Obviously, if I was to lose the combat, take a morale hit, and then fight this one, it'd be even worse. So again, we're just looking back, draw. Fragmented. Yeah, this flank is not looking good at all. We really need a big help over here. And what is it? What is it? So I've lost 9%. And then they've lost 14. Okay. It's not good at all. We really need to start making some moves. Again, we have to do this combat, so we might as well do it. Draws are fine with me, though. I'm happy with that. But we did not get the breaks we needed to. We did not get the breaks we needed to. I could also just engage this one, so that next turn... yeah, I might do that next turn, actually. I might engage with the Welsh Spearmen, so then these guys come in. And if a unit gets flanked properly, like if a unit truly gets flanked, then they have to take a morale test. These guys can turn around and start carving in. Peasants are useless. I guess we will charge into here. Just try and push that cavalry back onto open ground. Yeah, I mean, it's probably pretty foolish, but we did tie them down, which is huge. Tying them down is big, because it means next turn they can't obviously use that maneuverability at all. Some units are rallying, some units are dispersing. I'm going to, yeah, this flank is just gone. They hold firm, though. Raw Spearmen doing their job. Obviously, we did take the open challenge, so... This is always going to be a hard battle. French are really putting the pressure on, though. I believe in my skills, though, that we can turn this one around. Yeah, these combats. Yeah, more of my cavalry breaking. We need some red numbers on their side for sure. As long as we hold firm. Obviously, losing soldiers obviously also is not a good idea. We can obviously, there's a few of their generals are tied heavily in combat as well. So if we can break a few of their generals, nice. Auto breaking back is good. And we also short charged over here, or we broke them there. That cavalry can wrap around here very nicely as well. They routed. Okay, overall a pretty good turn, honestly. We lost some men. We actually lost that as well, but at least we can charge into these guys, I think. Don't know why these guys auto charged after that. They turned to me. Okay, so what we want to do here, this is definitely a move we want to play. One question is, do we also have to deal with them as well? So let's definitely continue to fire up on this general. If we can get him disrupted before this fight even starts, that's amazing. I don't think we will be, though. We whittle him down, though. He's down pretty low. It means these Welsh Spearmen actually have an okay job of this impact. Hopefully it's a draw. I was hoping, actually, that we would be able to turn him, but I guess not. The AI is not stupid, so unfortunately we couldn't turn. We're charging anyway, though. Held firm. It's a good charge, though, I guess. Good charge indeed. Yeah, this is just fucked. I just have no idea what to do here. Obviously, we can move in here. That general should be going down soon as well. Like, maybe we just try and kill one of these general units. Obviously, this is the general unit here I'm talking about. Here, obviously, we'll continue to fire in on him. Fragmented the unit there as well. Auto break. Oh, that's good. That's huge. And there's nowhere for him to retreat either. That's big. There's another unit of cavalry just taken care of straight off the bat. Which is good. Continue just to fire our shots into that. How do we not win this combat? I guess because we're breaking a little bit. Our sergeants are breaking. If these guys came back as well, that would be huge. But we're not going to. I really need this combat to be won. Really need that combat to be won. These archers just don't really have anywhere to go. Which is kind of a bit frustrating. I guess there's nowhere really for them to look. So I'm just going to pull them back around. Maybe in this open area they can do some work. This is a general as well. That's why he's kind of being super scary. I think we even need to... Yeah, I think we need to start pushing over here. They might charge us in the rear. We'll obviously take a morale test. But I think we have to start bringing this unit around. Regardless. I could have also maybe moved this unit of archers. I totally did not even see that unit of cavalry there as well. That is scary. Okay, this charge definitely comes in. These are peasants. They should get slaughtered. 41 damage on them. My god. Okay, that's good. These peasants are definitely our key to victory. We can wrap with peasants. There's also a lot of their stats taken care of. Okay. We can get like really lucky somewhere. We can maybe cause a big rout. Does not look like it though. Let's do obviously the combats we're more inclined to do well at. Draw. Oh, we lost. No. How did we lose that? After 7%. Never lucky. This charge also has to happen as well so they don't come into my flank. These guys will help out here. Probably charging this unit next turn. So that charge has to happen. Let's do this combat first. Just going to see what happens. Okay, we fragmented them, which is huge. If this unit can now win this and break them. Yes, auto break. Morale check. They held firm. Come on. Oh, god damn it, man. Oh, well. At least it means they can go into that. Trying to cause like these auto breaks is pretty scary in these fights. And hopefully we get lucky. We got lucky there. Hold firm. 24% chance of winning though. It's not bad. Unfortunately not though. And this general is still alive, whereas my general dies like immediately. Never goddamn lucky. Yeah, these guys are already shot. They're engaged here. Don't know how we're like losing this. So like, I guess being fragmented really is that scary. I honestly never should have just brought the Spearmen over here. The Spearmen would have been much better elsewhere. And we still have this combat. Draw. Yeah, nice. Okay, then the Spearmen are holding firm. And this combat here. Obviously not going to be a good one. Hopefully we can... Yeah, it's not good. Hold firm though is fine. Obviously having the general there is useful as well. Where is our infantry general? Here? Yeah, we've got an infantry general here, which should be helping out morale. I just don't want to charge into this because it's a 86% chance we're going to lose. So it's just no real reason to be here. So I might actually just rotate around. If these guys go into the back of my guys here, then this guy can go into the back of them, I guess. And yeah, I've already done that combat. Is there any combats that I'm missing? Or any that I haven't moved? I think that's it. Oh, this combat here. Draw is all we want to see. Hold firm though, which is fine. And as I said, we might as well do these because they happen anyway regardless. So it might as well like do them. If we can't affect them, it's better to do them first because then we get to maybe play off of it. And we are dispersing a lot of the enemy force now. They've lost 23% of their army. Just going to charge into my cavalry there, which we expected. Nice. 0 damage there is juicy as well. It's a good roll. Obviously, again, archer damage is randomized between some set barricades. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's not good. We just need to hold the line. The cavalry fell back. That's fine. We can then charge into something as well. Really hoping for them. Auto break. Auto break. No, that flank is crumbling. We just need a good kill on their generals as well. That'd be huge if we could. Like, that general there must be feeling the hurt. It's a shame none of my cavalry came back from routing yet either. Okay, cool. That wasn't too bad of a turn. I mean, obviously this left flank completely crumbling is awful. But we kind of always expected that to happen, so not really the end of the world. We obviously need this cavalry to... we need this unit to break for sure. And we need to kill this sub-general like yesterday. I can charge into the back of these guys, which we 100% will do. They have to take a morale test. I think they also go down a morale test as well, which is great. They held firm from the charge, and this will be much easier. Held firm again. How many times can the French hold firm? Continue to try and kill this general. Henry, can you get... Oh my god. Auto break though. That's a general done. General fallen. That's good. Unfortunately though, this unit doesn't break, which is a shame. We can bring some archers over to maybe support this section. So let's go up here and then shoot. We are out of ammunition, or low on ammunition. Which basically means we don't really have a chance here. But we'll continue to hit there. Okay, I mean, everywhere else is just an absolute mess though. Our best chance is just to try and cause mass routes, I think, by breaking them and trying just like forcing them to take some sort of morale test. I think that's what we have to do. Over on this side now, our archers can definitely rotate and start hitting more of these guys as well. But again, they're just on low on ammo at this point. Yeah, they're just not really doing much. I better probably just use charge to charge in, maybe. But I guess any damage is better than no damage, right? So that's good. Javelins, we wouldn't win there. I guess we'll cover that after we shoot. Oh, that's probably not the best. I should have shot this unit. Yeah, that's my bad. And yeah, maybe just like literally charging in on these guys is not a bad idea now. So definitely go in here. Just try and get them spearmen in, and then obviously just shoot some more of these cavalry back there. Just try and whittle it down. Nice little spot here for the archers as well. Can maybe start making their way through. And actually get a volley off here as well. I guess we'll go obviously into the brigands. This battle is looking very shaky, but I'm not going to lie. Win here, though? Win here, though? Oh, come on. We need them victories, man. We really do. This unit should hopefully auto-break next turn, which is fine. But yeah, so it's just this stuff. So maybe we can cause morale shock here by routing this unit. Nope, unfortunately not. And then these very scary combats. 35%, so let's do this 35% chance of drawing. We drew that one, which was lucky. Now this is a 20% actually. At least we fell back there though, and we're obviously going to go into here as well. Try and just tie them up. Okay, that's everything, right? Pretty quick turn. Yeah, auto break there as well. At least their cavalry does pursue me though, which is good. Okay, I mean, we are winning this battle, but we have to... So we're not going to win this battle by having 25% more... like, hit that 40% of their army routed and under 25% of mine. We've already gone over that. So we need to try and break 60% of the enemy army. That's our only way of winning this for sure. I just don't know if it's going to happen. You know, Spears getting absolutely hammered, yeah, and routed. That was probably a bad idea for me pursuing it. But our center has won in all intents and purposes, so that's at least a good sign. And if we can kill that general there as well, that general over on this side hasn't, that general there we're fighting, still has not broken yet. Or been killed. Can't believe how his morale's still so good. At least we've won here, but yeah, that's going to free up a lot of our center. Yeah, and a lot of our soldiers, a lot of our routing units are just going, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, so at least our center is pretty clean now. So I could definitely win this combat with Henry. I think Henry's going to have to do some work in this battle for sure now. And we need to say, I mean, both our flanks are pretty screwed. I mean, this flank is okay. We can definitely break this unit here. I'm pretty tempted to maybe try and charge. Oh, we can't even charge it. Yeah, so let's maybe see this. Maybe we can cause some morale issues. They auto-break, obviously. They don't take morale tests. That's fine. Henry's going to definitely come in here to try and free up a few more of these other units as well. So Henry, definitely charge your way in. Yeah, fragmented. So they take a morale hit for being, they just take a guaranteed morale hit for being outflanked, and they also take one from losing the combat. They held firm. It's not what we need, and we have to start turning these guys. I mean, my spearmen are pretty fucked. So let's charge into these guys again, just to try and get some room. Archers, I guess, are going to start moving over. So just whittling down from this cavalry where we can. These guys can't even rotate either. Yeah, this is so bad. It really is. Super, super bad. On that flank, at least. Archers can now just fire in on this guy. Yeah, just fire on him as best as you can, I guess. Whittle down this cavalry. Can only charge this one, so I guess we'll work on this one. I really should have just focused on this one, actually. We could have maybe eventually made it take a morale test, which would have been good. And we desperately needed this general to break. Like, he's down to 60 men now. And this guy has a better chance of killing him. Hold firm again. And the general's still alive in that unit. We didn't even win that as well. Man, we are literally getting so unlucky there. And I guess we need to start sending some more men across this flank. Let me just shoot that. They're on low enemy machine anyway, so we might as well take our turn. I mean, I guess we're going to reinforce over on this side. These guys can't even turn, so they're going to get counter-charged and probably broken next turn. So we have these guys who can still move, which I guess is good. So definitely focus down these guys. Okay, we're just trying to break the end. We need to break 20% more of the enemy force. I don't want to charge this. Like, I do not want to charge this because we'll just lose. But pushing them back would be nice because it would probably save this unit. So actually, I'm going to take it. I'm charged. We're going to lose this combat. Hopefully not by... Oh, we drew actually and they fell back. So at least that way they're very much pushed back now. And if they want to come in, I think it's going to be much harder for them to do so. And these guys can probably go into them next turn. So this is obviously a wash right here. I should have done this combat first as well, so we didn't take a morale hit. Okay, that's fine. And they pursued through as well, which is also pretty good, actually. But yeah, our left flank is screwed. We have a few other combats here, so this is bad combat, and obviously this is awful combat. We'll 100% lose that combat. This one, hopefully it's a draw, though. We do draw it. We're losing very low on men, though. I'm actually just going to leave this combat. I don't even want to click it. It feels bad clicking something that's minus 100. Auto breaks as we expected. So a lot of their men are routing. A lot of my men have come back from routing, which is a bit pretty sad. But I mean, we should be able to turn around somewhat there and hold that flank. They charged front on there as well, which is actually pretty good. Cavalry's moving in. Yeah, the French knights are just so painful. And they've actually taken the advantage now as well with men routed. Oh, come on. We just need this general to bloody die. And he just refuses. This unit should definitely break though. And we charge into that. That's fine. None of our men come back as well. Rallied over there though, but that's not really important. Okay, Henry is now full on committed to this fight now. Okay, he can't even attack either for some reason. Okay, so what do we do here? What the hell do we do? I think we've lost this one, honestly. I don't really see a way I can... this cavalry is just causing us issues, and there's no way we'll beat it. Obviously, I guess just routing is a good idea. Just trying to, like, kill as many as possible is probably our plan of action. Like, it really is. So these guys definitely have to come in here. They can help out next turn. This general needs to bloody die. Oh my god, and we're going to lose that combat as well. Man, that one general holding the line is just really screwed us. At least his cavalry is too scared to come in before us, though, which is actually a pretty big advantage that we have. These light javelin are going to hurt, though, next turn. I guess because they don't really know what I've got there, so they're kind of just very hesitant. I mean, I can't afford to let this unit not be here, though. They're just going to keep on charging me, and if I turn and face, that's even worse. We have a unit of spearmen here that's coming over, which I guess is good. None of these combats are good for me at all. I think we have to charge here. They evaded me. It'd be nice if I would have actually have gone back into the back of the enemy there as well. I don't want to do this. I would love to turn this unit. I just don't think we have the chance to. Unit of spears there. Yeah, I'm a little bit stuck for what to do, honestly. I don't particularly know. I guess we'll bring the archers back here. I guess you guys will turn. Oh man, this is just such a bad setup. Yeah, so what the hell do I do here? I guess we turn. Oh no, it's just so bad. If we turn, we lose. And it's rough ground anyway, so let's just push on here and we'll try and pin that cavalry unit back. And this fight has to happen, right? Yeah, this cavalry is more than gone. Let's try and get our damage in there. Luckily, they're drawing it, but yeah, there's just nothing we can do. I think the battle is lost. Unless we can rout 20%. We just don't have a lot of assets left. Like, obviously, we're going to come crushing into his flank, which is good. But I just don't think the other stuff is going to hold. And crossbows can still shoot as well. Wow, how can they still shoot, I wonder? Yeah, cavalry is just making me look like a fool. Oh, it's going so well in that central fight. But yeah, I should have played way more defensive with my cavalry. I mean, it's still a very close battle, but even still. And they're finally coming in now there. And that's really scary as well, because there's a lot of soldiers there that are going to break and obviously really ruin me. I mean, obviously, all these fights are going to be super bad as well. Fragmented. Can't believe that general still just hasn't died yet. Like, I'm literally astonished that he's auto-break now. And that actually caused... That should have happened like 10 turns ago. Oh, cavalry came back from routing. Okay. Alright, alright. So we've routed 48%. And all this big disruption is actually going to be pretty big. And this is just a normal unit of knights, right? Yeah. Alright, well, we're going to get some hits off into them now. For sure. So let's soften them up with some missile fire. 2 to 8 is actually pretty good. Brigands actually do pretty scary damage. Managed to engage the enemy line. Can we charge them as well? We can, but it would not be good. This would be a good charge, though. Some pack their spearmen there. It also stops them from outflanking me as well. disrupted a few other units as well. Really need to stop them from coming into my side here. They're super huge. Just charge these guys again. They're going to keep on invading. That's fine. Whatever. Obviously, this cavalry is pretty scary. They're going to come flying into my flank here. I'm going to deal with that at some point. We have this cavalry that has come back from rounds. Let's just rotate them. Obviously, that entire rotate was their entire thing. Yeah, I guess we just continue. Unless there's not a charge we can do anywhere, no. So I guess we will just continue to shoot on this Knight Sergeants who are too scared to come into the forest at me. It's also might not be a bad idea to just try and save this unit as best as we can. But they're only fighting peasants, but peasants are still an issue. Yeah, I'm going to come in with my light archers here. Out of the forest. Painful. We fell back as well. Yeah, this unit's screwed then. That unit's definitely going to go. Yeah, my unit's so. That's going to really swing the battle back into their favour. But we can do this one. Unfortunately, not winning at. And this one's going to be pretty scary, pretty sketchy. Luckily, we did not lose that either. Henry's really going to have to take it, like, go next level, go Super Saiyan to win this battle. So this is definitely a combat we can do. And obviously be pretty effective at. I guess this is not a bad one, honestly. There's nowhere really for this cavalry to run. And if we do pin it down, and there's like 61% chance of us drawing it is actually a pretty good idea. Lost it though. Held firm, but I think Henry being around means we get to like re-roll charge, re-roll morale test, which is great. This cavalry obviously going to come back and smash us if we don't win this combat within like the next couple minutes. Yeah, let's. So again, we are very much trying our best to stop units from routing now. So I'm actually going to move these Welsh Spearmen here just to cover this. So now it doesn't come into a fact of killing the enemy forces. It comes into a fact of trying to rout as many of their units as possible so we can hit that 60% army loss without us hitting it. So it's not about just like winning a decisive battle. It's about just routing as many of their crap tier units as possible. That's our goal here. Like, us routing is bad because it means we have less assets. And then men coming back is also awful as well. So we're basically trying to stop that cavalry from being able to do anything. That's going to be super scary next turn. You know, spears, they're getting smashed. But we'll be able to charge them. And they're in open ground as well. We're obviously just looking to try and break mine. Us holding firm there is huge. We're going to... Oh, we held firm there as well. That is massive. Okay, we're getting some good luck here towards the end. Our units that should be getting slaughtered, holding firm. That's huge. Fragmented, which is good. All we need to do is just try and rout a few of these units. Fragmented, that's huge. Okay. Fragmented, that's huge. We should be able to maybe win on our next turn. We need to rout 9% more of the enemy force to win. So how do we do that? Is cavalry not charging me as well? It's actually pretty interesting. Unfortunately, because they're fragmented, they move so much slower, which is kind of funny. This is really bad. I mean, there's no real point us doing this, but like we're just kind of like just off here now. I might as well bring that unit back. There's nothing really good for me to shoot at either, right? This has to be one. This combat, like Henry has to do something here because that cavalry smashing into them and then into my unit is going to be so bad. And unfortunately, we don't get anything there. Sucks. We'll win this one though, and they're fragmented as well, so hopefully a break. No. Unlucky. Here. We can still break them as well by like causing a mass rout. Held firm again. We need one of these units to break because they will chain rout. Okay, this unit breaks. Yes. Okay, good. Everyone else holds firm, but that's unfortunate. Okay, 58%. We just need to rout like 1% more of the enemy force. I don't know where we can do that though. That's our problem. I don't know where we can. I guess here maybe? Yeah, here. Yeah, we did it, right? We did it, I think. Obviously, everything else we'll have to fight, but we've done over 60%. Rout 60% of their units. Cool. So I think we just win. So I can just end the turn. There's no need for me to do anything. I don't think anything else really matters. Like, these fights will happen. I think this does it in case we go over the 60% fresh limit as well, which we're not going to do no matter what. So I think we do claim victory here. Right? We hit a victory. A very close one. But my god, was that an intense engagement. I think we win anyway. We hit the 60% of their forces routed. No, they're still going. Maybe they get a turn as well. Maybe it's on my turn. If I've routed by their turn, maybe that's what happens. So it gives them a chance to maybe come back. And we have routed 60%, so I mean, there's nothing else I could have done as well. We have routed 60%, so we'll see. That general, I can't believe how long that general stayed alive. Luckily we broke him, but still. So yeah, I think we win on my turn, but we'll see. There you go, the enemy lost heart, you are victorious. I like that though, it gives the enemy a chance to also, if it's a really close battle, I imagine if you both hit 60%, it's like a draw or something. So yeah, we managed to win. God damn though, what an absolute intense battle that was. And the battles only get harder and harder as well. Like, this right flank was screwed. I think what I definitely should have done is I shouldn't have positioned them spearmen in the forest. The enemy cavalry does not want to go through there. They probably would have lost every charge into that forest. So I should have just left my archers here and use that unit of spearmen to like kind of push through that center and kind of push out. I could have really reinforced. And I should have just completely have backed away from this rough ground. Seeing their crossbowmen were over there, I should have brought back my raw spears for sure. But yeah, an intense battle, but we managed to win. They outnumbered us by 1,800 men as well. We managed to kill. I assume this is ours. So we managed to kill 900 of their infantry. We wounded 1,100 and we captured 1,800. We only lost 400 as well, but we were with a smaller force for sure. So yeah, pretty good. Yeah, we actually ended up losing 26% of our army there. But I mean, I was shaking. So meanwhile in England, so we're obviously currently fighting King Stephen of England for the title of King of England at the moment. So meanwhile in England, King Stephen has laid siege to Henry's castle at Wallingford. Henry has returned to England and now draws Stephen out, has laid siege to Stephen's castle at Malmesbury. Stephen has abandoned the siege at Willingsford and is marching to relieve Malmesbury, collecting local levies en route. His army outnumbers ours. We can engage with a relief force, or we could abandon the siege and I'll lose prestige. Well, definitely, if you guys want to see another installment of this series and we get 300 likes, I will be engaging with a relief force for sure and taking him on. We're outnumbered, the campaign's getting harder and harder, but our army, I think, will be getting upgraded as well. Yeah, you can see that they're now superior quality as well. Superior plus is going up, so a lot of my units did level up during that. A lot of the archers also got average plus quality as well, which is good. So you can see our men are getting a little bit better, and I think we will be able to have way more dismounted sergeants as well this time, which is nice. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, drop a like and a comment down below. I'm having a lot of fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.